I'm at the Military Women's Memorial, located at the ceremonial gateway to Arlington National Cemetery.
We are the only national memorial dedicated to telling the stories of America's servicewomen from all eras and all military services. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of those stories.
Gianna Fimbres served in the Air Force from 1978 to 1983 and then enlisted in the Army in 1987. She was trained as a petroleum specialist and deployed to Kuwait and Iraq during Operation Desert Storm in 1990. Fimbres preserved memories of her Desert Storm service with the Military Women's Memorial. She wrote in 1991,
"The war has come and gone, and I want to tell you the details, because I never want to forget this as long as I live. First, we were fueling day and night, with little or no sleep in between. We drove in convoy, steadily moving forward, stopping every 4 hours or so. We went over terrain so rocky that we were traveling over boulders. I got 2 flats and had to repair them and catch up to the convoy. We proceeded to very sandy, hilly terrain. Staff Sergeant Baker was driving a commercial utility cargo vehicle. He kept getting stuck, so I hooked him to my truck to tow him. We went over a sandy hill and both got stuck. Sergeant First Class Curtis pulled up to help us. All of a sudden, we heard fire. I looked on the other side of my truck, and on the bottom of the hill there were tanks and small arms and M203s firing at us. One landed right by my truck and also hit the First Sergeant's Hummer. We ran up the hill. Sergeant First Class Curtis told me to give him my weapon. He was still digging under my tires while they were firing. We were blown on the ground, and Staff Sergeant Baker said, "Let's get out of here." Now I said to myself, do I want to get into my tanker when there is a possible chance of artillery hitting my fuel? At last I headed for my truck and was going to get in it. Sergeant First Class Curtis got there first and said, "Go up the hill and I'll bring you the truck." I proceeded to run like I never ran in my life. We got over the hill and I got in my truck and took off and drove for my life. Now it's over and we're sitting camped in Kuwait. We go to Iraq daily to pick up fuel. Everyone is just ready to go home. We sit around with nothing to do but think about home.
Transporting petroleum in an active war zone was an essential job that years earlier would have been considered too dangerous for servicewomen. Fimbres, like many women who served during the Gulf War, performed hazardous jobs courageously. In 1992, Fimbres was discharged from the Army with the rank of Specialist and received the Army Commendation and Army Achievement Medals. To learn more stories of women, past and present, who serve our nation, visit www.womensmemorial.org. Tune in for our next HERstory Spotlight.